I could be planning something super unsavory, she said while narrowing her eyes at him. He gave a cheeky grin. How do you know I didn't give you a fake address? Or, he held up his hands, curling his fingers into a claw-like gesture as he bared his teeth in a joking way. What if Juleka isn't even my sister and I'm just some weirdo? They both stared each other down. Before too long, they both relaxed their stances and burst out laughing. Luca spoke up first. For real though, if you're only going to write her a letter, I see no harm in it. Besides, he gave her a thumbs up. I'm actually a pretty good judge of character myself. You could call it a special ability of mine. Also, she goes to a fancy private school with top-of-the-line security. I think she'll be fine. Besides, even if anything were up, her big brother will always be there to protect her. Oh, wow, okay, good to know, Marinette chuckled. I suppose even if he were a weirdo, I could just deal with him as Ladybug, she thought to herself. I hope that's not the case though, because he's super nice. Anyway, I'm really glad I came here today. Thank you for being so hospitable, Marinette. She waved at him. Think nothing of it. Oh, running back behind the counter, she prepared a small bag of treats and then wrapped it with a bow. Here you go. Luca looked at the bag and gave her a sideways smile. But I didn't pay for anything. It's complimentary, she said. Think of this as your welcome to Paris special gift. Won't your parents get mad? I don't think so. They encourage kindness and hospitality. Besides, there's not much profit being lost by giving away a few macaroons. Plus, if you love it, and I'm sure you will, you'll be back here in no time to give us your business. She winked at him and put her finger up to her lips. Just don't tell anyone you meet that these were free. Reciprocating her gesture, Luca winked back as he placed his index finger over his lips while politely taking the bag. Not too long after, the boy opened up his umbrella and prepared to leave. The two new friends waved to each other. See you around, Marinette. Come back soon, she kindly replied. And with that, he exited the shop. Later on, in another part of town, Alia, Adrien, and Nino were all hanging out in Alia's room. While Alia and Trix were attending to her lady blog, Nino, Adrien, and Plag were listening to some hip-hop beats coming from Nino's phone. Wow, you really composed that yourself? Adrien asked Nino, completely impressed. Yeah, dude. Sounds awesome, right? More than awesome, Adrien commented. Plag then asked, how did you even do that? A lot of practice, little dude. It's still not at pro status yet, but if I can get heads bobbing, it's headed in the right direction. Music sounds so different these days. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, it's no camembert, but I think it's good, Plag remarked. It's more than good, it's so cool, Adrien added. But wait, I thought you were Alia's cameraman. If Alia wants to be a reporter, weren't you going to work with her? Being a DJ or music composer is really what I want to do, but if I can help Alia with her dream as well, double bonus. There's never a dull moment when you have a lot of stuff going on. Without turning to face them, Alia told them with confidence, I like a guy who can wear many hats. She then looked intently at a photo on her screen. It was a picture of her and her alter ego, Rena Rouge, posing together. Do you guys think it's tacky that I use my power to take a picture of myself with myself? I mean, no one knows we're the same person, but still. I don't see any inherent problem with it, Trix said. And when you think about it, it'll discourage people from connecting you with Rena Rouge. Exactly. Who says that chasing clout can't also double as a good alibi? You totally understand me, Trix, she patted his head. Plus, you look super cute in that photo, Nino assured. She flirtatiously smiled at him. And my guy knows just what to say. Adrien chuckled in response to what was going on. And then, without warning, Marinette kicked open the door and shouted, Emergency meeting! What did I say about kicking my door like a mad lady? Immediately after Marinette kicked open Alia's door, Alia, with an annoyed expression, walked over to her friend and began to painlessly pinch and pull the girl's cheeks to stretch out her face. And now she was lecturing her. Don't do it? Marinette replied with an altered tone, considering her cheeks were being pulled. And what did you do? I did it. Now what do you say? I am sorry. Nino and Adrien simply watched on at the scene. Nino was mostly amused, while Adrien had previously attempted to get up to appease Alia when she strolled over to Mari, but Nino wordlessly gestured for him to chill out. Once Alia had let go, Marinette, in order to atone for her actions, left the room, closing the door behind her. She then opened the door calmly. Alia nodded in approval. That's better. Mari sighed, followed by her and Alia giggling to each other. Now spill the tea, Alia said. Marinette closed her eyes and took a deep breath. So I was at the boulangerie helping my parents, same old, but then this boy walks in. He's so sweet and super cool. I said something kind of stupid and made us both laugh, and then we started talking. Turns out he's from Japan, and I was like, whoa, could he be the one Master Fu called? And while I was trying to figure that out, he was like, whoa, I've seen you before. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah. He then showed me our class photo from last year, and I thought that was super creepy until he revealed that his sister Julika was in our class, and I felt so bad because I had no idea she existed. And now she's in Switzerland because she wasn't making any friends, and now she's still not making friends, so we had to cheer her up somehow. Once she was done explaining, she caught her breath. Her friends all stared at her in silence, attempting to process everything that was just said. Wait, so you met someone from Japan? Adrien asked. Right on, Nino pumped his fist. I had no idea we'd meet our guy so quickly. Slow your roll, you two, Alia told them. How old was this boy who walked in? He's Julika's older brother, but looks around our age, so maybe a year or two older? Alia shook her head and shrugged. That's a no-go then. No way the contact in Japan would send another teen. It just wouldn't make sense. From what I've learned, it takes years of training to even be allowed to wield a miraculous. 17 or 18 at the earliest, but not usually into maybe the mid-20s. Considering the severity of the situation, it would be irresponsible to send another teenager. And I don't know about you guys, but personally, I don't want another teenager. I want someone who's been training for years, who knows what they're doing, and who can help us the most effectively so that we don't die. She addressed Mari and Adrien. You two are only holders because of an accident, and I'm one because I'm awesome. The others gave her an exasperated look. She cleared her throat. I mean, because I'm Ladybug's best friend. We all know none of us were Fu's first choice for a reason, is all I'm saying. It's not impossible, though, Adrien reasoned. This guy, or whoever, could be an exception. I suppose that's true, but still, we can't run around making wild guesses. We'd go crazy. After all, do you know how many Japanese tourists we have a year? I thought about that, Mari responded. But Luca isn't a tourist. His family lives here. Well, some of them do, and that's what I wanted to see. He would have come anyway if his family already lives here. It's just a coincidence, Alia commented. Plus, it's not like she saw a miraculous on him or anything, Nino added. Even if she did, she wouldn't recognize it, Flag said. How come? Nino asked. All miraculous have a cloaking charm on them. When not being used and while being worn by their holder, they change their appearance as to not be easily detected, Tiki explained. The charm isn't all that necessary in miraculous communities, but in situations like with Hawkmoth, it very much is, Trick said. Imagine the hot water you'd all be in if your miraculous were obvious. You'd probably be dead by now, Flag thoughtlessly added. Marinette, Adrien, and Alia all had a grim and horrified expression. Tiki shot the black cat Kwame a look. Flag! What? It's true. I'm saying the charm is a good thing. Anyway, Alia tried to change the subject as she addressed Marinette. You didn't get all extra with this boy trying to find a miraculous, did you? Extra? I don't get extra. Marinette sounded offended. Dudette, you forgot to buy something from a store one time and felt so awkward about seeing the same cashier that you bought a glasses, nose, and mustache disguise from the party store next door just to pretend you were someone else, Nino told her with a bit of a chuckle. Marinette blushed as she grimaced. Her eyes quickly darted over to Adrien, who was also giggling. Wait, she actually did that? The blonde boy asked. Totally. I think I have a picture of it. No, he doesn't want to see that, Mari frantically told him. I don't know. I think I kinda do. Adrian flashed her a flirty smile. She gave him a light karate chop to his head. No, you don't. And there was that other time when a baby duck was 10 yards away from its mother and couldn't find her, and instead of picking it up, you got 3 colors of chalk to draw a line to its mother and used your flashlight to try to guide it, Alia relayed. Adrian puffed his cheeks to hold back his laughter. Face completely red, Mari exclaimed, My method was perfectly valid. Besides, you can't touch the babies of wild animals or else their mother can't recognize them anymore because of their scent. Wasn't that disproven? Alia asked. I thought that was only with deer, Nino added. We're getting off topic here, Marinette shouted, completely embarrassed. I came here because we need to help Juleka. Juleka? Yeah, Luca's sister. She was in our class last year. I know it might be hard to remember. I remember Juleka, Alia said. She was the quiet girl with the cool dark clothes and pink hair, right? Mari blinked in surprise. You know her? Not personally, but I know of her. We don't have that many kids in our school, so I make a point of being aware of everyone in our grade, especially the interesting ones. And she was interesting. Her looks alone already put her on my radar, but with how she always kept to herself, it was like she was hiding something. Kind of a cool vibe, honestly. Mari turned to Nino. Do you remember her? Maybe? I do sort of remember someone with pink hair. I can honestly say I didn't know her name, but now that I think about it, I feel like I said something to her once. I think she forgot to plug in her earbuds one time, and some of the music on her phone started playing. It was a super obscure song from a super obscure but awesome band that I didn't think anyone knew about, so I complimented her taste. She didn't really respond to that. Marinette frowned. I think she was just being shy. Luca did say that she had a problem connecting with others. Why didn't you try to talk to her, Alia? I didn't know that she didn't have any friends. I thought she had her own thing going on. I honestly probably figured that she was too cool to not have friends. We just never had a chance to get to know each other, you know? Mari groaned. At least you two sort of remember her. I saw her picture and didn't even know she was in the same class as me for an entire year. It was like looking at someone for the first time. I feel just awful. Adrian got up and walked over to her, placing a hand on her shoulder. It's okay, Marinette. We all know you're a great person and would never purposefully leave anyone out. I don't think any of you would. Don't beat yourself up over it. But it still sucks, you know? She moved all the way to Switzerland because we didn't befriend her. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold up. Girl, you're giving us way too much credit here. We're not the only ones who didn't approach her. There were other friend opportunities in our grade, Alia told her. And then she thought about it. Except Chloe. Adrian glared at her. Alia rolled her eyes. Still, I plan on making this right, Marinette declared. How? Nino asked. I have a plan, she triumphantly said. Oh boy. Alia, exasperated yet amused, sat down. This ought to be good. Okay, so Luca said that Juleka enjoyed my papa's baked goods, so I figured we'd trick my parents and get them out of the bakery for an afternoon. Maybe we can pretend that we're in charge of a big sweepstakes company and give them a call, saying they earned a free lunch somewhere. We could pay off the owners of said restaurant to play along and give them this lunch. While they're gone, you guys help me bake the goods. And then we hide the baked goods. When my papa asks where the ingredients are, we say we're borrowing them for a science project. After that, I secure passage to Switzerland, either via train or plane. Might have to sneak on board. You three have to camp out at a rooftop near my house so that when my parents come back to check on me, Rena Rouge can use an illusion to pretend that I'm there. And if need be, Cat Noir, Adrian, or Nino can distract them until I get back. I'll drop the package off to Juleka, and then I'll sneak back into Paris. What do you think? Marinette's eyes were basically shining from excitement. Nino tried to think of an appropriate answer. Adrian looked away. His body was shaking from trying to hold back laughter. Alia sighed and shook her head and gestured to Mari in front of the boys. See what I mean? Super extra. Marinette blinked in confusion.
What? That was a lovely plan, Marinette, Tiki encouraged. I'm sure that could technically work.
Does anyone else's brain feel like it's on fire? Plag dryly asked.
What do you mean by that?
Mari asked him, slightly agitated. Alia got up and wrapped an arm around her bestie's shoulder. I've got you, girl. I can see your general vision, and it isn't terrible. It's actually quite creative. But let's brainstorm this to make our lives a bit easier. Ladies and gentlemen, time to plan Operation Cheer Up Juleka. And so, the group put their heads together for the next 30 minutes to an hour thinking of an effective plan. Here's what they came up with. Step 1. On the upcoming Friday evening, Marinette would go up to her father and nicely ask him for a dozen of his best pastries.
Papa? Would you do a favor for me?
Sure, sweetie. She had her father Tom's full attention.
My friends and I are going to hang out at the amusement park tomorrow, and Adrian has never tried your creations before. Can you believe that? Never, ever.
Oh, and how is he doing, dear? Her mother Sabine asked as she walked in. It must be so hard being without his parents. Mari chuckled nervously while also feeling bad.
Yeah, but his spirits are high, so that's good. We want to cheer him up by taking him somewhere super fun. Yup, super fun.
Marinette, honey, are you alright? You're looking a bit tense, her dad asked, concerned. She forced a grin.
Yup, couldn't be better. Just super duper excited about going to the amusement park with my friends and nowhere else. I mean, what do you think I'd do? Go to a different country or something? Ha! That would be so silly. You're so silly, Papa.
Her parents continued to stare at her. Back while discussing the plan, Nino asked, Isn't Marinette, like, super bad at lying? Maybe you should be there with her, Alia. Mari couldn't even make a retort because she knew he was right. Nah, she's got this. Plus, her folks are super cool, you know that. But they wouldn't just let her leave the country, Adrian asked. Would your parents? Alia asked, before immediately regretting it and feeling awful. She avoided eye contact with him. Knowing she meant well, Adrian smiled at her. You don't have to tiptoe around me like that, Alia. It doesn't quite seem to be in your personality anyway. I like that you're usually so straightforward. You know, except when you're bad-mouthing Chloe. She shot him a cheeky grin. Yeah, that's probably not gonna stop, but thanks for the green light, Agrest. Still, you're my friend, so I don't want to say out-of-pocket things like that. No worries at all. And to answer your question, my mom probably wouldn't have let me go without adult supervision. It is a pretty big trip after all. I don't think she would have said no, just would have wanted me taken care of. And my dad, he smiled sadly. He'd be too busy to hear me out. I'd probably be able to go and come back without him noticing. Marinette gave him a sympathetic look. She didn't quite know how to respond to his answer. So, Alia took the lead. Well, I think most of our parents are like your mom, but who knows when an adult would actually have the time to take us to Switzerland?
I'm sorry, I'm technically asking you all to be sneaky,
Marinette randomly said. Nino smiled at her. You're superheroes who have to keep your identities a secret. Being sneaky is part of the game.
With saving the day stuff, sure, but this is a bakery delivery, she said.
Not just a bakery delivery. It's a friendship delivery, right? And we're not about to diss friendship. Alia winked at her.
I just really don't want you all to get in trouble because of my idea.
You're not making us do this, Marinette. We want to help you, Adrian said. He gave her a bright smile that made her heart unexpectedly jump. I just super appreciate that you're including us in your plans. Thanks for trusting us. Upon seeing her friends being so supportive, Marinette couldn't help but feel warm and fuzzy inside. She then put on a look of determination and nodded. Fast forward to the plan initiation. Marinette continued to laugh nervously. Her dad chuckled. Yeah, imagine that. You and your friends going on some adventure in Spain or something.
Oh no, we're definitely not going to Spain. That would not be an approved activity. At all. So, would you make the pastries for us? I promise we'll pay you back.
Marinette, you silly cinnamon roll. You don't have to pay me back. I'm your papa. I'd give you the world if I could. You're such a wonderful daughter that I'd be more than happy to make you and your friends some pastries. The guilt immediately shot through Mari's heart, and it took all of her willpower to not fall over. Her mother walked over to flatten Mari's flyaway hairs and adjust her cardigan's collar. All we ask is that you be safe, have fun, and tell us what your friends think of the treats. Can you do that for us, honey? Marinette wanted to cry. She really had the best parents ever.
Yes, of course. Thank you, guys.
Step 2. The next day, bright and early, once the boxed pastries were secure, the group of friends would meet up at the front of the amusement park and go over their plan of action one more time. Alright, so Nino and I will stay here. You two know what to do, right? Alia asked. I'll stay in the city and patrol as Cat Noir. There will be no chance that any of your parents sees Adrien Agreste, Adrien proudly answered.
And I'll head to the train station nearby and buy a ticket to Montreux.
She groaned.
Almost 6 hours on a train.
She gave a small smile and a thumbs up.
It'll be worth it, though.
She looked at her phone.
Thanks to Luca, I have Julika's exact location, so hopefully she'll be in her dorm and easy to spot.
I feel bad that you'll be cramped in such a small space for so long while we get to stroll about, Adrien told her. I feel bad for you that you won't be able to have fun with us here at the park. Alia referred to Adrien. Hey, someone has to keep Paris safe, and I'm the only one who can destroy Akamas. He slumped his shoulders. I do agree, though. It does suck. I haven't been to this park since I was a kid. And I can't even have one of Mr. Dupin's scrumptious pastries. His mouth started watering as the aroma of the fresh baked goods floated up to his nose. Marinette giggled. Your sacrifice is appreciated, Kitty, and I promise you'll get to try one some other time. Dude, I'm not even sure why you haven't yet, Nino said. You've been friends with Marinette for a while. Pastries weren't exactly on our minds at the time, Marinette said. You'll get your chance, Agreste, Alia said. And we'll have a real day where we can all hang out here. Promise. Scout's honor. She saluted him. Are you even a scout? Adrien asked her. Anyway, here's the tricky part. Alia changed the subject and addressed Marinette. You'll have to leave your phone with me just in case your parents call to check in on you. If that happens, I'll transform into Rena Rouge and make an illusion to talk to them. It'll be no big. And if you need to contact anyone, you could become Ladybug and contact me with your yo-yo. So no worries, Adrien told her. Marinette nodded and handed her phone to Alia.
So I guess we're really doing this, huh?
She asked everyone. Nino gave her a thumbs up as they all smiled at her with determined looks. She reciprocated their expressions in confidence.
All right. Adrien, I'll let you know once I've arrived, when I'm about to leave the school, and when I'm back here.
Say no more, milady. You've got this. And with that, the friends split up and enacted the plan. Step 3. Alia and Nino go hang out at the amusement park. Adrien heads back to town and transforms into Cat Noir. He patrols throughout the city. Marinette purchases her train tickets and takes the long ride to Switzerland. While on the train, aside from the occasional nap, Mari brought some puzzle books to pass the time as well as some fantasy books to read. This whole experience was super nerve-wracking but also super exciting. She hoped everything would go off without a hitch. When she looked outside the window to the quickly passing scenery, she wondered if this was the same scenery that Julika saw when she left Paris. It was entirely possible she left via plane, but it was still interesting to think about. What went on in that girl's head? What was she going to be like? Would she be happy to see her? Would she be angry that they never extended their hand in friendship? Did she blame them for feeling like she had to leave Paris? Mari took a deep breath and calmed her thoughts.
No turning back now. Can't worry about the what-ifs. I'm doing this. We are doing this. Come what may. Hold on, Julika. I'll be there soon.
While at the amusement park, Alia and Nino had fun on the rides and attractions, but not too much fun. They were on a mission after all. Still, they appreciated the time to spend together alone. Predictably, Marinette's parents did indeed call at some point, and Alia did what she said she'd do. She found a secure and secret place to transform into Rena Rouge. Nino guarded the place she was hiding. Using Mirage, Alia created an illusion of herself in her civilian form as well as Marinette. Nino answered the phone and made it a video call with her parents. Because the illusions weren't solid, he had to hold the phone up to them. Hi, sweetie. We don't want to be helicopter parents or anything, and we respect your space. We just wanted to make sure that you and your friends were having fun, Sabine said.
Aw, thanks, Mama, said the fake Marinette. We're having so much fun, and everyone loved the pastries.
Yummy as always, Mr. Dupin. 5 stars, fake Alia told him.
Why, thank you, Alia. That's always great to hear,
Marinette's dad said with much cheer in his tone. Where's Nino? Marinette's mother asked. Right here, Mrs. C. And might I say, you're looking as exquisite as always. Sabine giggled and leaned on her cheek bashfully. Oh, Nino, always such a charmer.
What about that Adrien boy? He's there too, right? Tom asked. I want to know what he thought about my pastries. I love hearing the reviews of first-time tasters.
Fake Alia and fake Marinette looked at each other nervously.
Adrien? Well,
about that. He's right here, said a voice approaching them. Rena Rouge figured that there was a chance that Adrien's presence might be requested, so she played her flute and created another illusion. Fake Adrien walked up to the phone and said hi. Sorry about that, I was just using the bathroom. I'm so glad I got the chance to say thank you. You're definitely the best baker in town, Mr. Dupin. Tom let out a boisterous laugh.
Thank you very much, my boy. You certainly have good taste. As always, you're welcome here anytime. All of my daughter's friends are.
Well, we don't want to keep you all from your fun. Bye-bye now. The illusions and Nino all said goodbye.